Oh, God, with that being said, I've been drinking so much. And what's going on, everybody? It's Syfaxx. How are you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing, man? Like, it's been at least a couple hours since I seen you, right? At least a couple hours since we were at YouTube and Chill. Hopefully, every had or anybody from that stream that is over here had a good time at that stream. And now you can have a good time here. Sorry for the misstart earlier. I was planning on going live a little bit earlier. A friend of mine had some car problems. Well, it's I would consider him my brother, whatever. But yeah, we had to fix some things, and that's more important because that guy actually has real world problems, like children and stuff. And having a car is important with children and stuff. So it's like, hey, I need to, you know, go do stuff like that. And yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to apologize to some people. Like, even let's see here. I saw him in the chat here. Ron E commented on the other video. I thought the video got taken down when I removed it. I keep forgetting that when you remove it from StreamYards, it doesn't remove it from YouTube. So YouTube is still there. So I saw like a comment on YouTube and I was like, what the hell? I thought I removed that. All good. Actually brought more attention to it. Made me realize actually I could go live again, and I think I can make things right. Make things right for people who might be up on a Friday night or Saturday morning, however you want to look at it. And I think it would be cool. Technically, I'm not gonna lie, I have all of 0 subjects, but topics. Roughly not true. Like, there's plenty of things to talk about. There's plenty of things to bring up. There's plenty of things to get into because there has been some interesting things going on this week. There's some funny controversies with, I don't know, J.K. Rowling. There's the Peacemaker stuff. There's plenty of things to get into. I was kind of more interested in see if anybody's willing to jump on. I saw in the chat Stacy Gardner, who's a friend of the channel. I promote his channel, or I've been trying to. I need to add him into the list in my info list and everything. But like, he does a bunch of cool stuff. He's always great to talk to. He's whatever, or in general. And then I don't know, we'll shoot the shit for a while. We'll just hang out. We'll have a good time. Maybe we'll talk some Peacemaker. Maybe we'll talk some of the J.K. Rowling madness. Maybe there's some trailers out there. There's some movies that I have not seen yet, but that are out in the theater. Maybe I can help promote some of those, because one of them I'm definitely going to see, which is going to be the horror movie, the dog movie, which is called Good Boy. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about stuff like that. But you know what? Before we get into any and all of that, let's go ahead and go down the list of people who showed up early or people who are promoting stuff. Like, awesome fucking Andrew Worden over here says smash, like, thumbs up, let YouTube know, follow Syfaxx. Dude, follow me. Do it. Go for it. The worst that's going to happen is you don't watch my videos. The best that's going to happen is you're going to become a little bit more based. Just all of the base, though. It's going to be crazy out there. Like, I don't know. Regular dude on YouTube. I have my opinions just like anybody and everybody else. But I'm trying to get to the point where I would like to start doing more videos, a little bit more, maybe get away from just doing movie reviews specifically, and then maybe, I don't know, do articles and stuff, give my opinions and stuff like that, if people are interested, of course. Because if I do a bunch of videos like that and people are like, your opinions suck, dude, you should fuck all the way off, I'd be like, wow, apparently off is the direction that I should fuck. Great, I got it. And yeah, that could happen. But I don't know. I seem to have a good rapport with certain YouTubers out there, and the way that their audiences react to me. People like, I don't know, DA. I seem to be liked over there and whatnot. It's all good. It's all good. And so maybe that'll work out. Maybe I'll try some videos out like that or whatever. Give my opinions on stuff like that instead of just TV shows and or movies that we've seen, because that's kind of what I do over here. And obviously my live streams or random. It's just kind of random. It's like, hey, what's anybody down to talk about? Which I kind of prefer. Like chaotic kind of is my nature. Like I'm down for that. Let's just talk about whatever. What do you want to talk about? Hey chat, what's up with you? What's going on? Like one of the things that I heard very early on in the YouTube sphere in general is chat is king. And being part of the chat, when I heard that, I was like, thank you. I actually like that opinion. I love that opinion. Let's go with that. So when I hear that, I want to implement that into what I'm doing. What does chat want to hear about? Whatever. Obviously, I'm not monetized, so you don't get to just, like it's like your name doesn't just shoot to the top. So I got to go through everybody's comments and whatever, which I don't mind at all because you guys are all fucking awesome. And even just showing up in general, dude, that's a massive boon for my small channel. Like that's great. That's fucking amazing, dude. I love, dude. It could just be like, hello there from Ronnie. Ronnie actually was kind of, he was the one that commented on the other video where I was like, dude, actually, I got time. I got nothing else going on tonight. Maybe I should try to get a stream going. Let's see what happens. And it's because he commented on it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? Maybe other people are up. Maybe people would be willing to listen. Maybe people are down to just like hang out. Because not everyone wants to do everything on a Friday night. Not everyone's out on Friday night. As much as I have like a bar I kind of like to go to. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not feeling it. I'm just like, dude, nah, I feel shitty. I got a bad haircut going on. Everything's fucked. Nah. You know what I'd rather do? Let's talk some movies. Let's talk some TV shows. Let's talk whatever else is going on. Let's talk some video games. Let's do it. Like I'm not even that big of a gamer, but I do have friends that are. And what's great about that is sometimes they show up, and when they show up, they get intros like this.
Cut. Stunt cock.
Stunt cock.
Stunt cock.
Oh, what's going on, Stacey Gardner? Hold on. It didn't add you to the screen properly. Wait. There we go. That's the right one. Some reason it's not like when I hit add to screen, like I did that before. It was like a week ago or whatever, and King Style was just in the background, and I was like, it's apparently just my thoughts. All I needed to do was just click on the right button. So StreamYard just messed with shit like that. But how are you doing, Stacey Gardner? What's going on, brother?
Dude, I'm good. I just got home from work and I just got done like playing a session of Final Fantasy Tactics, bro.
Ooh, like the new like I heard they released like a new version of it, right? Like a upgraded version. Or is that the one you're playing?
Actually, it was it's a 2-pack version.
Okay.
They got I guess you could say an updated graphic kind. Like they really smoothed it out, really made all the art seem like it just got one hell of an upgrade from it. But the
like it kind of did they kind of upgrade that we all talk about where it's like I want the same game with better graphics. Is that all they did?
Yeah, and they also put voice acting in there, and I gotta say, some of the voice acting I have heard, I'm like, dude, I can literally feel this character talking like that. Ramza, I can feel him actually being like just pure youth, but he's one of those people who's like,
It's been so many years since I touched that game, but that game actually got me into like tactical style games. Like, have you ever played a game called Disgaea or Disgaea, however you want to pronounce it?
I've played Disgaea.
It's one of my favorite games. I have every single one that's released in it. It's one of my favorite. Like, I love that tactical version of like being able to like have 10 players on the board. It's like my version, like the way that I thought of it was like virtual chess kind of deal. It's like
I can understand that, yeah, because now with the Final Fantasy game, they actually put, like I said, 2 different versions on there. One is an upgraded version with like upgraded graphics, music. You got the voice acting of characters, and then they put, like, I guess you could say a shout back to the original version in there as well. So you have two Final Fantasy Tactics of the same game. One's like classic, one is enhanced.
Nice. Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. Hey, let me go ahead and run through the people who were here early real quick, because
Go ahead,
obviously
man. Go
you
ahead.
were here early as well. But let's go with Ames S was the next one on the list. Hello, Syfaxx mate. What's going on, Ames S? Hopefully you were doing well out there. I'm assuming, mate, you're either in London, maybe something like that. I need to start. Or wait, there you go. The next one says it's nearly 6 a.m. here in the UK. There you go. You're from the UK. There you go. I was about to question. You know what? I need to start like memorizing where everybody's at, because my channel's not big enough for me not to know, right? Like, there's been so many times Rafa Balde is just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm like, "You're from Portugal, right?" And then I'll sit there and I'll question it, and I'm just like, "How do I respond?" I'm like, I drank too much to be streaming like this. This is my main answer. I'm just like, fuck, I'm forgetting everything all the time. But then I end up usually being right or whatever. So it works out. But Ames S, thank you very much. It says, speaking about the UK, we have a lot to talk about. Oh, we can get into some UK stuff if you want to talk about that. Obviously,
Dude,
I said I'm down to take requests from the chat in general. Like, obviously, you don't got a super chat because you can't. But channel's not big enough. You don't get to send me money. I mean, if you want to send me money, there's a way to do it. And I'm susceptible to all sorts of bribes. Just give it to me. Give it to me. Maybe like talk about how the UK is, arresting people for literally talking about kind of the same shit I'm about to be talking about on this stream in general. So yeah, that's not great. That's not great. Ronnie says, sounds good. Ronnie, hey man, thanks for actually sending that message, because it alerted my phone to make me realize, I'm like, you know what? I was kind of bored, and I'm like, you know what I could do? I could actually restart that same stream, just name it a little bit different, change the thumbnail up, and actually get a real stream going and see who would actually show up. Because I did want to talk then, and then something happened, and then I got obviously sidetracked with real life stuff sidetracked me. And now I was like, wait a minute, why the fuck am I just sitting around just like, oh, let me find a TV show to watch? No, fuck that. Let's jump on. Let's talk about stuff. Let's see what's going on. Let's see who's around. And guess what? Stacey Gardner's around. We got a fucking awesome, not just guest, but it's like, if he's around as much as I'm doing streams and whatever, it's like I would love for him to be a permanent guest in some type of capacity, or a frequent one, to the point where I'm like, I'll give you an intro, brother. Let's do it. We'll do it. I mean, I know not everyone does intros. I've always liked those when I watch YouTube stuff. I always thought they were funny or interesting. So I understand why people don't do it. It's like, yeah, it's a little played out. And I'm like, fuck that. Bring the old school back. Let's bring the old school YouTube back. Let's do that. Let's just usher it back in some way. I find it funny. I like them. Whatever.
I like them too. I just like I think it's to each their own. Some do like them, some don't.
They could easily get played out, like what's funny is like even the one that I played for you, or because there's obviously two of them from the same movie. It's like the stunt cock, and it's the white dude, and stunt cock, and it's a black dude. Like it's all from the same movie, and I've used them since I started, because I just thought that was a funny idea, because I'm like, that's the racial divide in general online for some reason, for some stupid fucking reason.
Yeah, it's because people want to think like that.
There's some people who really enjoy it, and there's some people like Uncle T, right? When that guy comes on, if I play that, he's just like, you motherfucker, you need to stop that. Or just like, and I'm like, dude, people find it funny. And then I'll show a couple of my friends are like, you do YouTube stuff, right? And I'm like, yeah, dude, you want to check out an episode? And I put on an episode before I started one time downstairs, and they were like, yeah, we'll watch it. And then I did an intro, and I just heard nothing but laughter downstairs. And I was like, see, it works for random people who don't watch this kind of stuff. Like, it was great. I was like, okay, this clearly works. This is obviously, you don't want to do it 1,000 times or something. You don't want to burn it out. But at the same time, it's the same idea of like you know why like like if you listen to a radio station why you hear the same shit like over and over.
Oh yeah.
Is because so many people tune out at the same time or in certain frequencies where it's like, why if you're one of those people who listen to somebody constantly, you're like, I heard the same thing like 12 fucking times. Yeah, because you're tuned in the whole time. But what happens is all these people who cycle in for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, didn't hear that. So now they're hearing it for the first time. That's the kind of same ideal, like when you do stuff like that. And it oddly kind of works because so many people cycle through so many users now and so many YouTubers or whatever you want to, however you indulge your media. It's like radio, but your choice of radio.
I can actually agree with that because I'll tell you this right now. I had actually left my house like around 1:30 because I wanted to take care of some runs before I went to work. I heard Still DRE by Dr. Dre like 5 times before I got back home. I'm like,
yeah, you might as well listen to it on repeat, right? Like
exactly. I'm like, I'm a fan of Dr. Dre, but I don't need to hear it like that, man.
All right, so we don't got too many more comments to catch up on, but let's go with the voice protagonist. What's going on? Voice protagonist says, "What's good at Syfaxx, dude? What's good, dude? What is good?" You probably see me say that in a bunch of people's chats. Love to see it. Love to see everybody here. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. He actually says hi to me in a bunch of other people's chats. He's one of the few people, like Sergeant Garatina, always says hi. But if voice protagonist is in that chat, always says hi as well. I appreciate that. I actually do. Usually when if I just say hi in a chat and it's like say the middle of the day, it's probably because I'm at work and I'm just like, hi, what's up? And then I got to get back to driving because I'm doing some shit. So yeah. If I'm not responding and saying hi back, it's not out of like I'm not ignoring you. It's literally because there's a camera on me and it literally dings you if you're looking at your phone too long. So I'm like, I can't do it. I'm just like, hi, at a stop sign, and then I put it down and I'm like, it's away. I swear, camera, it's away. So
I know that feeling.
It's not me. It's not me ignoring you. I swear to God. It's like I would love to just sit there and respond to everybody all the time because, dude, the best part of my chat, not just my chat, but every chat, is talking to everybody and then, well, just literally conversating properly. And so I miss out on conversations where it's like, hey, Syfaxx, what do you think about XYZ? What da, 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 da? And I'm like, I would love to respond to that. I really would. But I also like having a paycheck. So like,
yeah, there's
I can't do that.
And the old phrase, time and place for everything.
Exactly. There you go. Perfect way to put it. Nestor Pinillo says, hey bro, did you got hacked? Laugh out loud. What's up, bro? No, I started one. What's funny is I always kind of forget that if you start something on Streamlab or StreamYards and then you hit delete or whatever, it actually doesn't delete it from YouTube. So you got to delete both sides of it. Because I was like, oh shit. Because I got messages about being like, why'd you only do like a 2-minute stream or whatever? And I was like, what? I deleted it. And I've done that, I think about 2, maybe 3 times now because I forget. I'm just like, oh shit, I got to delete it from both sides. Like StreamYards will activate both sides, but when you delete it, it only deletes from one side. So it's different. Just know that going forward, if anybody wants to use StreamYards and whatever, StreamYards is great to an extent. But yeah, if something goes wrong or if you need to bounce or you're like, oh shit, I got to cut this shit short, you need to delete both sides or else you might get like a bunch of messages and stuff, which is fine. I mean, luckily, because my channel's small, I could only imagine if you got like, say like Nerdrotic is just like, oh shit, we got to cut that. And all of a sudden it's just flooded with like 9,000 messages of like, what happened? It's like, what? But it's like you just broke an email service. What? Like, yeah, that
did I touch the wrong button somewhere? Like, what the hell?
Exactly. So Ames S says the cat is brilliant, staring into the screensaver in the background. Oh, yeah, no, she does her own thing. I'm actually, I'm kind of getting to the point, like, I was thinking about it because she obviously jumps on my lap and just all around my face all the time. Every now and then, I'm like, I just need to make an intro for my cat and just like make it have like a standby button. And it's like Calypso has entered the chat, and all of a sudden it's just like tail in my face, and it's just like it just like I'm a cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I'm meow 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 and I'm meow meow, and I'm like, I should just cut that in and just make that a thing. That'd be great.
Oh, I understand, because dude, like I got a Rottweiler in my house, and like I will not pay attention when I'm recording my gaming videos, but then I'll feel something like some fur on my leg, and I'm like, oh, what the heck? And the minute I know, okay, here's a moment in my game, I don't really have to talk. Let the game do its own thing, right? I look down, it's the Rottweiler. I'm like, how the hell did you get in here? I had the door closed. Sure enough, I turn back to look at my door. No, wide open. I'm like, ugh. This is the problem with living with my
Dude,
my social sister and stuff, man.
So the warehouse that I worked at before the one that I'm working at now, right? It was like they were like, oh, there's a cat problem around here. And so we were kind of aware, like, hey, if something's around you or whatever, there would be cats around. And so I felt something brush across the bottom of my leg or whatever. And I was just like, oh, it's a cat. And I was just like, I barely I saw like a glimpse of the tail or whatever. And I was just like, oh man, so we got a cat in here. We need to get some way to get rid of it. Turns out it was a fucking skunk. And it was like, yeah, that shit blew up. And then when they chased it around to try to catch it, when it went off in the upholstery department. So all the upholstery was just blasted with skunk smell. And we were just like, and it was a relatively small warehouse, to the point where like you couldn't be in the wood shop where like wood is going off, and like, if you're cutting up wood and everything, it's like there's a distinct smell of that and everything. It was like, it was so overpowering that even in the wood shop, it was like everybody was gagging and like their eyes were watering, and they literally just told us to go home. They were like, yeah, you can all just go home.
Dude, in that situation, I can understand it, because if you are in that kind of situation,
work like that. You just can't.
You like when you got let's say the odor from cutting wood. Okay, that's expected. That's what you're supposed to be ready to say. Okay, yeah, that could happen. Let's see, 5 minutes till 1. It's 1. There it is. Okay, that's normal. Skunk.
Well, that's really the thing about that. So I was like, so I ended up running the whole warehouse in general, but I was like head of the carpentry department or whatever for a while. And the main thing that like when I was there at that position or whatever, like the whole 2020 stuff hit, right? So all the COVID bullshit happened. And it was like, we wear masks like crazy, like way crazier, like almost gas masks. If you're cutting all day, it's like, hey, you're cutting wood for the next like 8 hours. So it's like, put on the craziest big mask, and at the end of the day, you could still spit some sawdust out of your mouth with those bad boys on. And there people are like, hey, here's your glorified napkin. And it's like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like,
I might as well just keep the mask I was wearing, dude.
I'm like, I have physical particles when I have like, like some Borderlands looking shit on my face. And it's like, I can still spit physical particles out of my mouth. Get the fuck out of here with your like, you got to put on your glorified napkin. Like,
you're not gonna be a chipmunk and just go and then just spit out wood for like 2 minutes, like puh, puh, puh. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, let me go through some more of the people who have shown up. We got Emily Kruger. Emily Kruger has been doing great stuff. I haven't checked out. Well, actually, I saw she was just doing a stream. I want to say I think it was either earlier today or it might have been yesterday. But she does a bunch of painting streams and stuff. She's been doing good stuff. go check out Emily Kruger. She's a good supporter on a bunch of the channels you guys probably see all over the place. Hell yeah. Continue on. Keep doing good stuff. Miss Sparkles says, hey, I made stuff for this dude. Did she actually do stuff on you? Because
Yes,
she
she
either
did.
does
And-
really,
and-
really
and
nice, flattering stuff, or she does really, really not flattering stuff. In each one of them, I appreciate equally.
The stuff she did, like the emoji she created, was like very impressive. Here, let me see if I can find them, because I'm like,
she does some cool stuff. Yeah, if you find it,
those
go ahead
actually
and pull it
look
up. I'm going to
nice. And I
continue
was like,
to read the rest of
Shackles
these.
did hell of a-
You're kind of
Now I just gotta figure out how to.
You're kind of glitching
Sorry
out,
about
but
that.
go ahead and pull up. No, it's all good. Go ahead and pull up whatever you want to bring up. A&D Studios says, Hell Chat and Panel. What's going on, A&D Studios? Ames as Extreme Meme with the pirate flag. What's going on, brother? I've been seeing you in many chats. You're awesome. Keep it up. Ames as SJ says, Hail Calypso and Syfaxx. Yes, Calypso is down there. She'll probably come and annoy me here in a bit. You'll get a glimpse of Calypso here in a bit. I wish I could catch you live more often, but our schedules don't line up. I miss your breakfast streams at 6 a.m. EDT. What is so that's I want to say that's Eastern something time. What does the D stand for? I've never heard. I'm assuming that's some type of like European thing, Eastern District time or something. I'm not sure.
I think
I'm not
that's
sure
gotta be something like around England or something.
Yeah, which is
That has to be. Like,
I'm sorry, man. It's literally because of my work schedule. It's the reason I was doing random late night streams or even kind of streams at the like even this time, right? It's like it was just because I didn't have a proper work schedule for roughly a year. I was living off savings and I was just doing random side jobs. It was enough to get by, but it wasn't enough to continue on like that properly for a good amount of time. And doing this wasn't there's a good amount of people who donated nicely enough, but a lot of it was basically enough to supply me to continue to do live streams. So, which is great, which is fine. It's like, hey, if I can get $40 a month to pay for StreamYards, hell yeah, that's great. Like that's cool. But that doesn't supply other things. And I had no problem talking about it then. I have no problem talking about it now. It's all good. I'm good now. But at the same time, if anybody wants to donate, there's links in the description. Go for it. Hell yeah, man. You want to do whatever. Like it's kind of a better way to super chat than to actually super chat. Because if you super chat, say if I got monetized and you super chatted, YouTube will take 30% of it. It's 30%. So it's
they'll take 30% out of it.
You'd be like, hey, for every $1, 30%. So it's like, I'm going to get paid like a woman out here. Like, isn't that what they say? I mean, you're not think wrong. About it. If you're not think wrong. About it, that's what they claim. That's what they claim. We get 70%. We get 70 cents on. We get 70 cents on the dollar. So if you're a man on YouTube, you're getting paid like a woman out there, according to women's.
Before you go any further, I did find the emojis that Miss Sparkle created. I put them in the private chat.
Okay. Let's go check them out.
Like I said, she really did a good job on them.
All right. Let's go and share these out there. Now, Miss Sparkle is great. She's fantastic. There you go. Let's see if I can enhance them a little bit. Bam. Yep. Let me take the comments away. Yeah, there you go. There's Stacey Gardner's. What do you want to call them? Like they kind of look like stickers.
That's what I thought, but then she called them emoji, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let her have it as that. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
not sure
like
how to
them.
make emojis, and I haven't been worried about it until even if I like until I'm maybe above 400 subscribers, then I'll be like, look, I gotta get on my emoji game and whatever. But I'm at what
Exactly.
260, and maybe after anytime I stream or I do videos, I tend to lose people. So whatever. It's gonna take
Yeah.
me a while. I'm halfway there. Let's go. Like I
Yeah,
would like to say I'm Bon Jovi out here, but that's not a great reference because a lot of people are
Yeah.
halfway there with Bon Jovi too. They're like, oh no, we're tired of that shit. Like, no, that's
Yeah.
not good. That's not good. No good. These are cool though. See it like yeah, she does a bunch of cool shit like that. Miss Sparkles does good work. Killing it out there. So let's go back up. Okay. I try to highlight everybody's stuff. It's a lot of people saying hi to each other. I understand that.
Yeah.
Stacey Gardner looks like the kind of bloke that would own a big dog like a Rottweiler. What's your response to that?
He's not wrong, because for like the past 3-4 pets that we've had in my house, it's always been Rottweilers. I have yet to see one dog. I'm like, right now, I'm like, if we do get another pet, can it be something, I don't know, like a bulldog, a boxer? I'm like, I don't mind Rottweilers, but it's been a rut. Then again, I'm like, after the last Rottweiler, my time with
So
pets
this
is done.
person, so Ames ass literally nailed it.
Yeah. Hey. Robin Hood ain't
called
got
you,
nothing.
called you out. Called you
Robin
out.
Hood ain't got nothing on Ames.
Ames is out there killing it with the predictions or with the observations. As here, Extreme Meme says Syfaxx did the blind lady meme. I don't know what that one is, unless somebody knows what that is. If you could show it to me, I might agree with you. And there's probably a good chance I did, without even actually knowing it, because I don't know what that is on the fly. Once I see it, it might be one of those like, oh, I know what that is, and then it would make sense. Name says, "What's up, everybody? What's going on, Name? What's going on, brother?" And I think we're caught up. Extreme Meme says that 30%, then the state takes like 30%, then the feds takes. Yeah, that's the thing. So that it's not hard to explain like how YouTube works, but at the same time, people don't truly understand. That's why even people like me especially people like me who aren't monetized, go out of their way to like make GoFund, or not just GoFundMe's, but it's like
Patreons.
the Patreons and stuff like that. It's like it's a way to donate to where you get 100% of the money. So it's like,
Yeah.
even if you only want to send $5 or whatever, the problem is what happens with YouTube, and what I've noticed, what people want to see, they want to see their name on the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I sent $5. I want my name up there. I want everybody to know I sent $5 and whatever, which is fine. Like that makes it makes sense, because I've done it too. When I've done it plenty of times. Whatever, it's all good. But
yeah, and
when
the anime
you want to
community,
send it,
that'd be like,
and then you start realizing once you start kind of using YouTube as your like main source of entertainment, and these people are I don't know, people you actually want to ask questions to or whatever it is, because that's kind of what it is. Usually it's not just saying something funny, because you can just say whatever you want that's funny in the chat and hopefully people respond. But if you want everybody to see what you said, the best way to do it, oddly enough, is to say something. And the best way I've ever heard it put was actually from Reheated, right? Nick Reheated, like obviously that guy got nuked to oblivion because all the shit that happened to him. But before all that happened, he actually put it one of the best ways that I've heard online in general. It's like, hey, if you could just talk to a celebrity, whether you consider obviously I'm not a celebrity or and whatever, but it's like if you want to talk to somebody who you are engaging with in this capacity in general. And you could just pay, like, what would be the amount of money that you'd be willing to pay to have them respond to whatever question you want them to respond to? Obviously, people like Reheated at the time would be like, hey, it's $20, like $20, and I'll read your stuff guaranteed, whatever. Anything under that, it's like, hopefully, maybe you'll get to it. People like Neurotic and stuff like that, they'll get to it, but they'll be like, we're going to do an extra stream sometime later and we'll get to it. Because they get hundreds, they get maybe thousands of them, you know.
Yeah, and I got to give Gary his credit. He's like, when he does that, he's trying to stay on topic. He's trying to run a legitimate show.
Yeah,
because when I would either like, there's sometimes, hell, I'll probably end up watching tonight's Friday Night Tights right after we're done here. But he would basically try and say, okay, we're going to talk about these topics. We're going to stay on topic, and the only time we're going to leave topic is when like something funny comes up and something like, hey, let's mention this. But other than that, he'd be like, okay, yeah, we'll stick around.
I mean, hey, even tonight in general, right now, right, what we're doing right now, I've literally not I brought up potential topics, but it's just been me and you shooting the shit for 40 minutes, and then me talking to the chat, and then bringing up what the chat's talking about for 40 minutes. That's how easily everything gets distracted in general. 40 minutes. Now imagine that times 9 other guests, and then super chats and all that. Like, time gone. It's gone. And then it's like, okay, say Nestor Pinea's here. Say he is like, hey, what do you think about Peacemaker? And then I go off. Now you go off. Okay, that's going to be 5 to 10 minutes a piece. Boom, that's 20 minutes gone. Now times that by another 8 people. All of a sudden, you're like 3 hours into a one topic conversation. That happens all the time. It's very easy to do. It's very easy to do. And it's because you want to hear everybody's opinion, because oddly enough, and this is crazy out there to the people who think that we don't care about the stuff that we're watching, or we just hate everything that we're watching. Everybody has their own opinion on stuff. And you'd be surprised how some people respond to every different thing, which is why people tune in. Like, if I sat there and I was like, actually, dude, Peacemaker was fucking great, and Stacey Gardner here was just like, that was the biggest pile of shit that I've ever seen. Now we got another talking point. Boom, off it goes. But it's not prompted. It's not like we sat there behind the scenes. It's like, by the way, hey guys, wait, Stacey. Like, Stacey just randomly joined because I offered it in the chat, right?
Yeah. See, and that's why people like Gary Bueller, or like Beekler over there, Friday Night Tights and Erotic.
Beekler, yeah.
That's why he's so good, because he's like, look, I'm not trying to claim to be a professional.
I'm gonna text him right now and tell him to say fuck Stacey Gardner. Let's see what happens.
Hey, I'm a very small guy. He'd probably be make a joke about me, but like, who the fuck is this small fish? Who the fuck is he?
So I'm gonna try, because like some of the group chats that I'm in, let's just say I might be hanging out with some of the bigger name people around or whatever, and I'm just like, I want to see if I can just. It's like, I don't need you to shout me out. What I want you to do is just make a guest appearance randomly. Like, I'm not gonna announce you or anything. I'll just be like, hey man, what time are you free, and can you jump on? Because I know a lot of these people, some of the bigger name people and whatever. Like, I've mentioned it before, especially with like Chris Gore, right? Like, that would be a good example. Oh, yeah. That's like, he's literally a friend of mine. I've been to his house. I've hung out with him. Like, we go to the, like, whatever. He's a friend of mine. And it's like, I think it would just be funny as hell, like, randomly just do a random that's like, hey, Syfaxx, I get my like 8 to maybe 15 people who are on here, and all of a sudden fucking Chris Gore shows up. People are gonna be like, what the fuck is happening?
Dude, I'd be sitting there like, wait a minute, let me open my window, let me check and see the 4 horsemen out here. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's like why is this guy on here? It's like, don't worry about it. Like, but it's like
Like, dude,
It's stuff like that where I'm like,
I'd
oh
be
man,
like,
I'm gonna make it happen. I just don't know when. And the best part about it is I'm not gonna tell anybody when. It's just gonna happen. I'm just gonna be like, hey man, just show up. But like, when can
here's the
you let
thing.
me know you're available?
When this guy, Chris Gore, this guy is literally one of the who's who of YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
And if I'm on a stream with somebody like this, because come to think of it, I've been thinking about probably starting starting a StreamYards account myself. But if like I'm on here just shooting the shit, and then all of a sudden Chris Gore comes in and goes, "Hey, how is everybody doing?" And then he leaves. I'm just gonna be sitting there like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck just happened?"
Like, did a train just pass by me? What the fuck?
You guys saw that, right? Did Chris motherfucking Gore just come in here and just say hi and then
it's
left?
funny because like I knew him before I knew him before he started even doing the YouTube stuff. Like he started out doing just like a meetup group to go watch movies and whatever, or like basically actually it was a little bit after he started the Film Threat YouTube stuff. And he
See,
had like probably less than 1,000 subscribers. And he's like, hey, we all meet up at this movie theater. And he would just openly say it. And
see,
then very little
now,
people showed up. And then it got to the point where it was like, it was too many people were showing up. And he was like, we got to cut this shit out.
yeah. Now, see, the thing is, I'm probably wrong on this, but if I remember correctly, I think it was like I want to say I was somewhere between my 18th to 22nd year of life, and I was just watching G4 on a friend's TV, and sure enough, Chris Gore showed up there. So I saw Chris Gore on G4 back when it's in its golden era, and that's where I was like, oh
Yeah,
man,
the proper time to watch it. Yeah.
exactly. And I'm like, dude, I don't know who this guy is, but he makes me actually look at movies and go, this is someone who understands the movies, but he's not someone who's like in that crowd, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's not one of those
Oh,
people who's like,
100%.
yeah. And I was like, I could definitely see myself hanging out with this guy, and he would be like, I'm just like you, normal person. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, 100% is. It's just funny because like the way that people talk about him on the internet is like he's like a nerd god or something. You know, it's like oh which in it's not a nerd god, but it's more like he ushered in so much of what we talk about, like in the way that a bunch of people talk about stuff, and helped usher in a way of the way that people talk about stuff in general. And it's kind of cool to fucking know that guy, especially. And like I mean, I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Um, I, I didn't even really watch G4 like that. Like I didn't know who the fuck this guy was until he jumped onto some YouTube streams, and I was like, who the fuck? And then he was like, oh, I'm from where he says he's at, which is literally down the road from me. And he was like, and I meet up here. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go there. Let's go and just let's go meet this guy. I like the way this guy talks. I like the stuff that he's talking about. And I wasn't a big fan of G4 or because it's not that I probably would have liked it. I just didn't watch it because it wasn't I actually don't think I had access to the channel at the time. I was that kind of poor. I was like no, I'm too busy playing Counter-Strike and whatever. And it's like, then I went and met the guy and ended up becoming good friends with him because it's kind of weird what happens when you meet some of these people. If you're just a regular normal dude, people like you. It's weird. It's what a weird concept. What a fucking strange concept. Just be regular. Just be a normal dude.
See, and I think that goes back to what Chris Rock said, because in one of his specials, like I just watched it last night. He's like, when you meet somebody for the first time in person, you're not meeting them, you're meeting their representative. And I'm like, holy shit, he was right.
Yeah, of course. Like I would say, more likely the first time you meet anybody in general, you're putting on your best self. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what if you're going on a date, whether you're meeting somebody new, it's like, hey, this is a potential good friend or whatever. You want to, like, you're putting on your best impression or your best impression, because first impressions they tell a lot about a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So that idea or that ideal or idea stands out. It goes an extra distance for a lot of people. And when you meet people who are, let's say, I don't want to say a different caliber, but it's like clearly everybody else around them feels that they are, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't look at anybody else better than or lower than at all. But everyone else around me might. And so, well, I don't know. Let's just be cordial. That's what I always go with. Let's just be cordial. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Syfaxx, whatever. Obviously, that's not how I introduce myself. But hey, I'm so and so. Let's go, whatever. And then they're like, whatever. And it's like I ended up becoming pretty decent friends with freaking Chris Gore. He's like king of the nerds, as a lot of people on the internet go about it. And I'm just like, I was just chill and just I was down to drink a beer or two with somebody. There you go.
There you go.
That's how that worked out. It's like, nah,
Wouldn't
I don't
happen
know.
again in a million years.
Maybe not. But it's like, no, he's been nothing but good people to me and whatever. And it's like, it's funny because it's like, even as small as my channel is, one of the last meetup, or like not even, it's not a meetup, but it's like the last time we met up was a friend of ours' birthday party, which is a friend of the channel who I've brought on, who's Mixa or whatever. I always call him Alex, whatever. He's just that's his name. But it was his birthday, and when he showed up, he was just like, dude, I heard your channel's actually blown up or a little bit. And I was like, I got like 240 subscribers at the time, which is still not much more than I got now. But I was like, you've heard about that? Like, how the fuck did you hear about that? Like, I don't talk to you like that. I'm not sitting there just like hitting up Chris Gore like, dude, I'm at 240, dude. What's going on? Like, nobody messages or talks like that. But he's just like, hey, man, yeah. I'm like, so he's clearly in tune with what's going on, even around smaller spaces, which I thought was kind of cool. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I was like, how the fuck did you hear about that and why? Like, it's like, I was like, I'm barely doing shit, but hey, man, thank you. I'll take the praise where I can get it.
Yeah, see, I think he's one of those guys who's basically like, I'm not willing to lord my position over you, because he understands. Hey, I came from nothing to be something. So at the very least,
Well,
he's
it's not
trying to keep.
it's not just that. He's literally just nice all the time. Like
Right.
he's
He's got
just simply a nice dude.
he's got a
Every
very
time I
humble
got him,
demeanor.
just a nice dude. And it's
Exactly.
like, if you're nice around nice people, it's kind of crazy how nice things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've gotten free press passes to go to like certain Comic Cons or like what is it called, San Diego Comic Con or LA Comic Con, and he was like, "Hey, I got an extra pass. You want one?" Sure. I've never been. Here you go, dude. That's the only reason I ever went, because he was just like, "Hey, here you go," and I was like, because I met you randomly at a fucking movie meetup, and now we become pseudo friends in some way. Nicest dude. I'm just like, he's just the nicest fucking dude. So when people like talk smack on him, and the funniest part about it is there's so many times where I super disagree on a movie that he liked or vice versa, you know, and we can have a civil discourse in it. And then at the end of the night, it's like, cool, man, I'll see you on the next one. That's it. Like,
That's
there's
how
no
it should
like,
be.
which is how civil discourse technically should work all the time.
Yes.
But there's so many movies where I wish I could just be like, no, I just sit here. Like, I almost wish I could sit there and be like, no, I'm like, everything Chris Gore says is right. Everything's great. No, fuck no. There's been so many times where in front of him and Alan has been there a couple times where I'm like, that movie was trash. And both of them are looking at me like, what the fuck did that guy do? Like, they're not quite like that. But I'm just like, that was fucking terrible. And then I'll ramble on about what I said or like why I hated it. And then they'll use some of my talking points in some of their stuff. They say it a little differently, but I'm the only one that's vocal about it. And what I've come to realize is people like that respect people like me for talking against it.
See, I think it's coming from that thing of to Chris Gore in this sense. I think Chris Gore sees you as the normal person.
Example,
right? But
probably,
yeah, he's using you as like the normal person's perspective of it because in his profession, he's basically like a well-known critic. His word does carry weight, but he also wants to try and compare that to what the normal person would see it, and that's why he used you some of your talking points.
He might use me as a normal person, except until I combat stuff that a normal person wouldn't fucking combat against. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. It's like my reviews aren't. It's not a normie take on things. It's not like, hey, I don't know anything about Batman, but I don't like that he beats up the bad guys in such a brutal fashion. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, or whatever. Like, that's a bad example, but at the same time, that would be an example. I'm saying the stuff that I've combated against it, and Alan, it's like I make sense to the point where you can see them questioning like what they thought about it for a second. And I'm like,
okay.
Even at the end of it, if you're like, hey, I still actually believe in what I thought first, great, but I heard you. What I mean by that, what I mean by like when I feel they listen to me is like they at least hear me. I don't know if they take it to heart and actually fully consider it, but I've literally heard them say some of my talking points in some of the reviews that I said to them. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind, but it's kind of the other thing that started to motivate me towards doing stuff like this. And then when I met DA, it's like DA's like, dude, just get out there and fucking say it yourself, man. Don't just let these people fucking talk for you or whatever, because it's like they're misconstruing it. Or actually, no, it's not misconstruing. They're just saying, hey, I have a friend who said XYZ. And it's like, well, I'm that fucking friend. I talk to you. You know what I can do? I can just fucking light up a camera and a microphone and fucking say it. Why not do that? Ta-da. All of a sudden I did it. And now I got like 5 people watching me. It's great. Like,
and before you go any further, meme, don't put words in my mouth, sir. I'm looking at I'm looking at the chat right now, and it's the next one down. Yeah, that one. I did not say that.
Syfaxx is simpleton. Did you call me? Did you? Oh my god! No, don't do that. Hey,
meme.
Hey, to be fair, go for it.
I mean, if I'll call you, like, here's the thing, and I really don't like calling people names. The thing is, if I have to call somebody a name, it's probably because you did something that to me, I'm like, only an idiot.
I might have said something that might sound like a simpleton, but you'd be surprised that for how much I drank and how much I sound a little bit retarded, how much more well-read that I am than a lot of people. To the point where, I don't know, I grew up around what would be called a grammar Nazi who literally corrected lawyers for a living and corrected me for all of my fucking life. And if you want me to get into actual proper grammar and whatever, I don't have to slur my words or talk whatever. It's like, this isn't an act, but at the same time, I do drink on stream. I do whatever. I just talk like a fucking normal person. But if people want to get into it, I'll school you some, boy. Like if you want to get into it.
The last person I heard basically trying to be a grammar Nazi was my cousin's old Catholic teacher, and I'm just looking at her like, yeah, you need some help. Man.
Oh, there's a reason that I sit there and I've been preaching for the last, I don't know, couple months about comprehension. Whenever you see me on DA stream and stuff like that, there's a reason
Yeah.
that I do that. It's because people do not comprehend what the hell they're hearing. They hear the words, they can repeat the words, but they don't comprehend what the hell those words mean and what those actions and all that stuff actually means. And there's a problem with that. And that also happens with movies and television shows and all that other stuff. They just say the things that sound like these are the talking points, and so actually let's get into it with Peacemaker. Right, Peacemaker would be a great example of it, to where it literally just beats you over the head with all the talking points and all the check boxes. Right, they're like, let's hit you over the head with the check boxes, let's hit you over the head with the talking points, let's do this, it's like a chopping block of like, let's get all the words out there. Let's just do it. Let's knock all of it out in one fucking episode. But the way that they sold the series was you need to watch the series because it's actually important to the rest of the DCU in general. What it comes down to is actually the first 7 episodes are fucking meaningless, and episode 8, which is the finale, is the only important episode, which might not even be that important, but all it basically says is what we kind of knew, which is the portals are the access points to the rest of the universe, which we already fucking know. We already knew that before the show started. Like,
I think they gave that
stupid.
away like a long time ago.
Well, it's not like they give it away in, I don't know, Superman, or actually or season 1. It's not important. But the way that they talk about it, or the way that the media is reporting on it, and that's the way that a lot of this shit goes all the time. There's like, you got to watch it. It's like, and to be fair, it works. It works to a point to where even people who know we do not like this show, we didn't like episode 1, we didn't like episode 2, we don't like episode 3, we don't like this, you're still going to watch it because you still want to know where you could go with reasons, but you're just sitting there like, there has to be something important, right? And you hope there's something important. And people like me, who I mean, I've said for the last year or so, I'm like, overall, I like James Gunn stuff. I'll stand by that. His older stuff, I like it. Like, for the most part, I mean, Guardians 1, great. Slither, I still really like it. Like, it's enjoyable to like. I like where these movies came from and what they did, but it's like where you're at now, you can see like something switched in their head. It's like it's like the light bulb went off. It's not like that went on; it went off. They're just like, and brain rot. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like
where did you take the left turn from, man?
It's like embarrassing to like sit there and watch it and be like, wow, this is profound and intriguing. It's like it's actually like it's not just a step back, it's like a fucking leap back to like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, when they were doing all this shit. They're just like, and let's step back into everything's a Nazi. And like, what the fuck is this? It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, did Stacey Gardner just call Syfaxx a simpleton? Well, he might have, and he might be right. I'm drinking enough to be retarded. It's all good. Let's see your extreme aim. You know you did it. Just admit it. Go ahead. Say it, Stacey. Do it. Tell me I'm retarded. Tell me I'm retarded. Go ahead.
Do not channel Chris Rock in this conversation, meme.
Just call me retarded. It's all good.
Dude, no one cares. If I'm going to call you retarded, I'm going to call you retarded when I know you're acting retarded. Okay? I'm not going to just do it because the crowd said to do it.
But the chat is always right. The
No,
chat
no, no,
is
no, no.
always right.
The customer is right, sir. The customer is right.
It's funny. Let's say, look, I'll go back, I'll rewatch it, and if he said I was, you know what's gonna happen the next time? I'm gonna invite him back on. I don't give a shit. Like I don't like it's all good. It's all good. We what? Let's not do grammar. The grammar is not strong with me.
Oh God.
Yeah, Ronnie. Yeah, you're missing an I in your name there, so or at least an N and an I in your name. I understand. I understand. Extreme meme. No, it's not important to the rest of the DC. It's only important to James Gunn. Yes, that's been the overarching thing of everything. Whatever James Gunn has planned or whatever, it's not what like DC fans in general. It's not even that what they envisioned or what they would hope for. It's disheartening in general. It's like it's sad. And then, like I was saying earlier on YouTube and Chill, and also on DA's stream, which is this could all be actually mushed together into like an hour and a half episode, or like an hour and a half like mini movie or whatever, and it could all be taken care of other than whatever episode 8 does, because unless episode 8 is just a massive random banger that really is super intriguing, which does not look like that's going to be the case at all. I don't see how they recover this, because it's like it's basically 7 episodes of filler. You know what I mean? It's like I've and what I mean by that is every episode is like probably 80% filler, and if you took 20% from each one and all of a sudden you combine them together, all of a sudden you might have 3 to 4 episodes. You might have 3 to 4 episodes.
See,
You
James
might
Gunn's
have
gonna
an hour worth of content.
James Gunn is gonna have to pull this one out of his ass with that last episode. That's all I'm gonna have to say on it.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like, because there was the girl who played, well, his wife or whatever is like episode 6. After that, it gets crazy, and so it's like it's all bait. It's all like you got to watch it because like shit's gonna change. Nothing changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Episode 7, things are gonna change. Nothing changed. We already knew this. Everything that's happened, we knew since episode 2. We already knew it.
It was like almost telegraphed. It was like almost telegraphed.
Well, the problem about it actually is like it's so telegraphed, but it's also it's so old. Like it's played out. Everything about it, it's not just old and played out. It's boring, and it's all the shit that everybody is done with for the last like 2 to 3, minimum 2 to 3 years, because of all the COVID shit, but also the way that obviously, let's say the country voted and stuff. They're still holding on to this idea that like, wow, every like they go political with stuff, and the biggest thing that a lot of these companies in general need to start doing, for one, is get away from like politics in general. Stop dividing the country. Once you pick a side, you've literally eliminated half of the other side, right?
Yeah.
Like that's just numbers. That alone, boom, gone. Oh, hey, we're going leftist with this. Boom, you lost the right. Hey, we're going on the right. Boom, you lost the left.
Yeah.
To be fair, the left actually doesn't pay for shit, and they're all out there fucking begging for money to go, and they're too busy protesting, so they're not actually using any of the money. So think about it from that kind of perspective just for a half a fucking second, and realize maybe the side that you don't want to lose is the ones that have money, that collect all the stuff, that do all the things, whatever. Don't ostracize those people, whether you like them or not. Like I said, even though, say I would be like, hey man, I'm releasing a comic book, I'm doing XYZ, and as much as I talk shit towards mainly towards the left or whatever. Don't get me wrong, the right does plenty of bad shit, but it's just overwhelmingly towards the left. Not because of because I hate it that much. It's because there's so much shit that happens towards that direction. It just happens to fall that way. Wow, it's weird how it always happens that way. Weird. I want to sit there and trash them like the first couple weeks before I release my big project, because the news cycle, like they say, it's a 24-hour news cycle. Online, it's basically infinite, but you do get a little bit of, you do get a couple of weeks of like leeway, right? Like, if I said something 2 or 3 years ago and was like, fuck the left, fuck Biden, blah blah blah, whatever, just say I just went off one day. I was like, fuck the whatever. It would take a little while for those tweets to come up or something if I was releasing something big enough to garner the attention of the left. It would take a second. But if I said it yesterday and then I was releasing something tomorrow, that shit would be, it'd be all over the place. Like,
yeah, it would be.
Which should be, I don't know, common fucking sense. But they do that. There's like, fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck his death, his wife's a piece of shit, blah blah blah. Hey, buy my book, and you're like, excuse the fuck out of me? No, you just told like half of America they all deserve to die for supporting this dude, and you want them to buy something for you or whatever. Like, that's kind of mindset that a lot of them go into. I don't know, I can't really name one at the directly right now, but that's kind of what's going on in Hollywood in general. They do that kind of stuff in general. Like, that's just a recent example of something, but there you go. Like, have fun with your morally right ideals about supporting somebody dying over talking to people, and then feeling morally superior. Have
ending up with nothing.
Yeah, and then still getting iced out. Do you see the pun there? You're getting iced out. Like, sometimes you just gotta slide right in and skate right through it, but it's all good.
Oh damn.
Anyways, man, I just want to do like a quick hour, maybe more. We'll see. I'm gonna go grab another beer if you're down to keep talking. But
hey, I'm down to keep talking.
If you're down to keep talking, and then people are down to continue listening, actually, it doesn't matter. We can just talk to each other. It does not matter. But I do love talking to the people in the chat. So, no, it's not important. The rest of DC is only important to James Gunn. True. Having sex is overrated. Well, this is MSK. Clout chasing at its finest. Who the fuck am I clout chasing?
That's what I'm wondering.
Hey, Stacey Gardner, how many followers you got there, dude?
Dude, if you're talking about on YouTube, 470, what was it? 477. Like, I dropped some subscribers.
I mean, to be fair, I guess I might be chasing that 450 well right now.
I'm still chasing 500. Who are you talking to?
I'm at 260. I'm at 260. I don't know what's going on. MSK, you want to jump on, dude?
Dude, right now I'm
you want to hear all of the racism from a black dude? Look at MSK on there.
Right now I'm like, dude, who did like, I'm looking at Jimmy Kimmel. I'm like, whose ass did you kiss to get where you're at? Because I may have to kiss that person.
So hold on. Let me ask you either 1 to 2 questions. Have you seen the newest Peacemaker episode?
Dude, I dropped off after what was it, episode 3. I've been getting all the stuff from DA when it comes to the spoilers.
Other question: What's the newest TV show in general, anime or whatever, that you've been watching and that you'd be able to talk about?
Let's see.
Like, I actually say that you like.
Last show that I've seen that's basically fairly new would be the final episode of Shield Hero. That is actually
Shield Hero.
Show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that season 3 or season 4? It's like
season 3, right? 4. season 4.
Season 4. I'm only up to season 2, but it was really good.
Yeah, season 2 is good. Season 3 is like,
I
but
feel
season
like it
4 is
fell. I've
season
heard that
4
it fell
rebuilds.
off, and I've been kind of sketchy about watching it. So season 4.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about season 4. I'm down to talk about anime. We can talk about other anime, but it's just something positive to talk about while I go and grab a beer and use the restroom real quick. Go ahead and talk about what you think about season 4 of Shield Hero. It's Shield Hero. It's just Shield Hero, isn't it? Isn't that all?
No, it's
called?
Rising. It's called Rising of the
Rise
Shield
of the
Hero.
Shield. Rise of the Shield Hero. There you go.
Right.
Season 4, and I don't know what episode it's on because I'm only on season 2. But go ahead and talk about that for a minute. I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue talking.
All right. Well, season 4 basically is talking about how Naofumi basically is trying to capitalize on the whole thing of I need to get to Q10 because apparently my demi-human descends from the royal family. And I'm like, why is that not me? But he basically gets to Q10. He's able to take 2 of the other 3 heroes with him, and he slowly starts building up their power. And Raftalia, basically his demi-human friend Raftalia, literally has to fight an evil version of herself to claim the throne. And I'm like, ooh, there's always that story where somebody has to face themselves, and that literally is a good way of doing it. The weapons don't match, but it makes sense. It's like literally really good. Itchy for some reason. But yeah, I actually like the show. I recommend those of you who may want to get into it. I recommend either the light novels, get them on audiobooks, or maybe even the web novel, because that stuff is actually really good. The manga, not too far up to that point, if I remember correctly, and the anime kind of cut a lot of stuff out of it. Yeah, speaking of thirst, I might have to get me a root beer myself real quick. I hate to jump off like this, but I'll wait till Syfaxx gets back and I'll grab me a root beer. Yeah. So how you guys in chat doing? What kind of Taco Bell are you eating there, MSK? Eating Taco Bell at 11 p.m. is bad. You're not wrong on that. You're really not. But like, what?
Taco Bell at 11, dude. I might go grab some Taco Bell now just to spite you. You hateful motherfucker. Like,
hey. I like Taco Bell as much as the next person. I'm just wondering, what is he eating from Taco Bell that's like.
I need to read my headphone. All right. Go ahead and keep talking. Okay, we're back.
Yep.
Let's go and see here. Wait, he's white. Eating Taco Bell at 11 p.m. is bad for you. That's true. That's a fair statement. But you know what it is good for? My wallet. It's good for my wallet. Because if I go out and I eat what I want to eat right now, I'm going to do some damage. And I'm going to shrink a couple inches when I'm sitting, because all of a sudden my wallet's going to shrink, and then my height will shrink. And then all of a sudden I might be like, I don't know, MSK size.
Oh, wow.
I'll be like, oh man, this looks like a prominent white dude. And all of a sudden it's like, dude, you're just a bitch made fucking weak looking. Never mind. But we good. Taco Bell is trash now. Oddly enough, the ones around me seem to be pretty decent. Like I've kind of gotten used to some of the stuff that's like there. I've noticed there are certain, because there's so many Taco Bells out here. There are ones that are good and bad, which I'm sure everyone deals with that with every fast food place that they're around. But for me, Taco Bell is probably the most prominent one that's really close to my vicinity. And there are certain ones where I'm like, I won't order a certain thing from a certain one. I'm like, they do it terribly. That one sucks. Which is like it's like it's always the value, because I always get like the value menu stuff. The one thing that none of them mess up is the double beef burrito on the value menu that has the Fritos in it.
Oh yeah.
That shit's always good. And it's like $3. And I'm like, it's good enough. It's fine. Like it's always good. I've never had a bad one from anywhere. Maybe because it's just like mush incarnate with a little bit of crunch, but whatever. Like it works.
Yes, it does. Like near me, I got like I'm in the middle of two of them. They're both closed right now, but I tell you this right now. If I go to the one like yeah. No, I mean like they're closed for the night. But if I go to the one like that's closest to me right now and I know which one that is, let's just say my stomach will not survive 3 hours after eating it. Okay. I'm just like usually I eat Taco Bell, I'm able to process it. But if I go to the one near me, the closest one
Taco
near
Bell
me
is
right
not
now,
for survival. It is for
getting by.
war. It's for war. No. And the
Here,
war is against porcelain. It's against the porcelain.
that war will never end.
I work for a plumbing company. Taco Bell's keeping us in business.
Well, it's good somewhere now. Oh man.
Some has to get destroyed. I mean, if it's not your guts, then it's the porcelain for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure. But hey, MSK, if you're still around, hey man, you want to jump on? You want to just shoot the shit, man? I'll shoot you a link. MSK is good people. I jumped on. Well, I was in this chat earlier. But,
right.
Maybe you can come and cloud chase all of my like. What is he? He has like 1,000 something subscribers. Like he's always just like cloud chasers, and it's the funniest thing.
Like tell him to send 250 to you and like 10 to me. We both need them. If anyone's cloud chasing around here, it's you and me.
I'm good. If people want to subscribe to me, just subscribe to me. It's fine. That's kind of why I started going more towards the streaming aspect, because I was like,
yeah,
look, there's so many people that do movie reviews, and a lot of like the people that do like my movie reviews, I actually do appreciate it, because they'd be like, hey, you did a really good job on that, because I'll research it and I'll do I was rewatching some of mine the other day because I was showing a friend of mine. They were like, what do you do on there? And I was like, oh, let me just show you some of these. And I was rewatching some of mine, and I was like, holy fuck, I guess I actually did a lot of research on this, because like I kind of forget what I did sometimes. I'm just like, I just do it, and then I'd fuck off so much with these like live streams, and I'm just like, I have such a more fun time with live streams. I'm just like, this is what I'd rather. I would rather just shoot the shit with people and just whatever. If we got topics, fine. Like, don't get me wrong, I can bring up topics if you want topics, but I like just shooting the shit, man. I like talking to the chat. I like talking to the guests. I'm just like, this is it's like conversation. Like, instead of going to the bar and like spending a stupid amount of money or whatever, it's like, fuck it. I already got beer. Why the fuck would I go to a bar? Why can't I just pull up a stream and just shoot the shit with people? Let me just talk to the people in chat. Let me talk to the people on stream. Let me do the obvious thing that I have access to, that I literally already paid for. I paid to have a stream service. I have StreamYards. Why not use it? Why not talk to people?
I mean, you're not wrong.
And then talk to people that I want to talk to, not just even that I want to talk to, but that are going to want to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about. If I go to a bar right now, nobody's going to want to talk about fucking Peacemaker, right? Or whatever. Like,
no,
nobody's going to want to talk about the newest episode of like whatever anime that I'm watching. Nobody wants to talk about that at around the bar. I'm like, these are the kind of things that I kind of want to talk about after I've had a few drinks. And I'm like, if I go to like the closest bar to me is like a country bar. Don't get me wrong. I'm a death metal head or whatever, but I grew up around country music. I can get along with everybody, anybody, anytime. I grew up around bars or whatever. And as much as I could go there and talk to anybody about whatever the fuck they want to talk about, what I would rather be talking about is what I'm talking about now, which is anime, Peacemaker, the state of media, stuff like that. That shit's more interesting to me than probably anything to go to a bar, other than if I was trying to go out and get laid. And I'm like, tonight, I've probably been drinking too much to go and pull that one off without possibly getting arrested. Like just because I'd have to drive there, and it's just because I'd have to drive there, and it's just a straight street, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable enough to drive. So fuck that. Let's talk. Let's shoot the shit. You know?
Yeah.
With that being said, is there any new anime that's out right now that you've like delved into at all? Because there's been a few, well, there's actually two at the top of my head that I'm roughly interested in. One really stands out, and I think I've been seeing it come around a little bit more than others, but I want to see what you say before I mention mine.
Right now, newish. No, I'm actually waiting for a couple new seasons to drop. Like for example, season 3 of One Punch Man. I'm actually kind of interested to see how that one turns out.
James S says,
Final
I
season.
fell asleep. Nothing on you, Syfaxx, mate. I just woke up too early. Hey, man.
I mean,
You're falling asleep to me. Let me serenade you with some stuff. You gay? You all the gay though. Stop being gay. I'm singing it off key, but I could be
I can tell.
you gay. You know, you gay. Ames S is gay. You gay. There you go. So there you go. Yeah, you get the clicks and everything. But hey, the worst ASMR in the world.
oh wow, Ames hit that one right on the dot.
Dude, I can tell you, at least I know you were listening. Sometimes it takes like 3 to 5 minutes for somebody to respond. I'm like, he's like, I'm about to go shave. He's like, I need to respond to this shit right now. Fuck you, dude. Like,
he said, I'm gonna let you have it, motherfucker.
Like, that was the gayest shit. Oh my god. Anyways, let's talk about some anime. There's anybody in the chat interested in anime? Just in case you're not, we're going to talk about it anyways, because there are a couple of them out there right now that are. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up the top list on the site that I use. That's totally legal and everything's great.
I usually use my anime list.
I use High Anime, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I kind of suspected as that because there's actually a few series on there that I've watched. A friend of mine actually let me borrow his login information.
One of them, and I've been wanting to talk about this one for a minute, just because I think the funniest way to talk about it is the best way you can put it is it's the best trash anime you'll ever see. Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's about 30 options there. Do you want to narrow it down for me?
No. Well, see, the funniest part about it is because it's an anime about a dude who well, the world is a trash world. Like, he lives around trash. So it's like it's obviously it's a play on words. It's called like it's either I've heard it pronounced like 4 different ways. The way I pronounce it is Gajiogatu or Gajiogata, whatever.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Yeah. But so he starts out in like there's a floating world, and then he gets kicked off the floating world, and the bottom is just where all the trash goes. And then there's things like trash beasts and whatever. But the way that their powers work is like if people have special items that they really cherish and whatever, they imbue them with the powers because they cherish these items. So it's kind of like things that are thrown away are meaningful and whatever. And the main guy, because he views trash that's been thrown away in general. His power is that everything is meaningful. And so it's kind of an interesting concept. But I've found it funny when I was thinking about it. I was just like, it's the best trash anime out there because it's literally about trash. So it's like, I mean,
all right. I might have to check this one out on Crunchyroll.
I would say go check it out. It's very interesting. And like the animation is very good. It's very interesting. I would just say the problem with it is the same thing that I have problems with whenever time I watch a new anime drop in general, is because it's week to week and because the episodes are so short, you're just like, there's not enough done in one episode. Like it feels like there should be more done in an episode. I feel like that's the standard with a lot of animes right now. Like anime doesn't give you enough in the episode that you're watching. Like it's a constant cliffhanger feeling because it's like, okay, once the intro's done, once that's done, whatever, you're left with like 13 minutes, like it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, I can understand that, but like me personally, I kind of like that cliffhanger feeling because the one thing I kind of want to ask myself is, what's going to happen next? Like, for example,
that's a good feeling, but is that a good feeling for every episode? Like,
no,
if the conclusion is after 12 episodes and it takes me 12 weeks to nut, it's like, is it worth edging that long? Like what the fuck? Like, I mean, at what point?
I mean, it's not best to do that every episode, but you want to do it when you know for a fact, hey, there's about to be
at a reasonable amount of time, right?
Yeah, reasonable amount of time, and that there's a really good, interesting plot coming up that you got to build up for. That makes sense there. Doing it every time, no. Like for example, one of my favorite episodes was of Rising of the Shield Hero, and you've more than likely seen this if you've seen the entirety of season 1. Was
scene 1, and I think I've seen season 2. I don't know. I watched. I think they're on Netflix, so I just let it play.
Right.
I might have missed some episodes here or there, but it's like
right.
I'm pretty sure I've seen the first 2.
Right, but like my favorite episode was basically episode 20 and episode 21, because at the end of episode 20 they get rid of the Pope, but he ends up basically on the razor's edge because he had to give up so much of his blood to do it. And I'm sitting like, when I first seen that, I'm like, oh man, is he about to die? Like all that blood, like it just burst out of every joint of his body. Is he about to die? And then the next one, he wakes up like, what the hell am I?
That's one thing that anime, I'll say they over exaggerate shit like that to where it's like, technically if you're to breathe or like bleed out of every pore in your body, like that's not how any of that would work at all. Like, you know how many pores in your body that are like, it would kind of look like that. It would look like a fountain, but you would be dead in a half a second. Like if it just even exploded for a half a second, you'd just be drained of like all your bodily fluids, which is your blood and water, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm like, but to see it like that, I'm like, ooh, okay, that's interesting. Because I didn't see, I wouldn't see that coming. Like when I first seen it, I was like, okay, I honestly didn't see that coming. Is I know blood's not supposed to come out like that. Is he gonna survive? Oh, Quentin Tarantino actually does some of the best blood fountains.
So let's see here.
And then
do you watch wrestling? 20. I haven't watched wrestling since probably the Attitude Era. Like I used to watch wrestling probably around then, which was what was that, like 98 to 2003, something like that.
Yeah, I think that was the era then.
Maybe 95 and on, give or take. Whenever Undertaker became the American Badass, and then he stopped. Pretty much after that.
That was after. That was like the American Badass
Stone Cold and all them. Like
it was like when Stone Cold was on his way out. The Undertaker did a few years after that of the American Badass, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going back to the
So
the guy who will take you to hell" kind of
yeah,
motif.
for me, like a lot of that was middle school era, and then by the time I hit high school, I was in my like party phase. So I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense.
I wasn't in movies. I wasn't in TV shows. I was just like I was into like well, because I was starting to be a musician and everything. So sex, drugs, and rock and roll was all about like high school and on for me until I was about like 25, and I was like, wait, I done fucked up, but I had a good time getting there. Like, you know, it was like I had a crazy, I don't know, 10 years or so.
Yeah,
And then
at least your high school years were something.
I've been working my way back ever since. Don't get me wrong, I still fucked up afterwards, but those years were interesting, and I had some
At least your high school years were interesting. Mine just passed by like a blur, and I'm sitting there
Oh,
like,
I threw like crazy ass parties, and it was like a 2-bedroom house. No, it was a 3-bedroom house, but it was a very small. It was just it was illegally built 3-bedroom house with whatever, but we had a decent sized yard, and I would throw parties where we'd have literally 100 people with kegs and everything, and like I just did all sorts of crazy shit back in high school, and we were like a block away from the main street, the main road, and I'm in California, mind you. I'm not in the woods.
Yeah.
I'm not in the sticks or anything. I'm in fucking California. Nobody
Yeah.
cared. You know why? Because this is the crazy thing. Or maybe not even the crazy thing, but it's the simplest thing that stopped all the possible phone calls and everything. Is before I did any fucking party like that, I would go around and I printed out little fucking flyers, or like not even flyers. It was like a warning or a hey, call this number if anyone's parked in front of your house type of deal. It was just a little piece of paper, and we just handed out like hundreds of them for like a 2-block radius. And I just had me and my friends just be like, hey, you go down that one, and put them in everybody's mailbox. Never had a complaint any party that I did. And I would throw crazy ass fucking parties, like, and it was in high school. It wasn't college, it was high school, so everything about it was like probably illegal as shit. You know, it's like, hey, we're all drinking, we're all underage. It was crazy.
Probably somebody was
Matter.
like, let them get in trouble.
Yeah, they were probably like, they'll get in trouble on their own. It's like nobody got arrested, nobody did it. Like everything went fine. You know, it's like it's kind of crazy if you just take these couple extra steps. All of a sudden, nobody cares. They're like, oh, hey, they're gonna be loud in 3 days. Like, yep. Nope, everyone's fine with it. Just warn people ahead of time. I think I had like one phone call. It's like, oh, we have somebody who needs to move their fucking whatever. And it's like, okay. And then you just sit there with the fucking, because we had a PA system set up because we played live, literally not just live music. It wasn't just a DJ. We like my band actually played live at some of this shit. And we just play and we just be like, hey, whoever with the, and it would be like a PA system announcement. It's like move your shitty thing across the street, like whatever. Get the fuck out of the person's way. They want to go get their Starbucks or their late night Jack in the Box. And then the other thing is like also invite everybody. It's like sure, it's a bunch of college kids. You want to come drink? Feel free to. More than likely, no one's going to accept that, but if you're just inviting, it's like, come on by, bro. It's all good. Bring you and your 60-year-old wife. Let's do it. Everyone's like, we don't want to do that. Well, cool. But that kind of like the extension of the invitation, it totally works every time. Because people are just like, well, shit. He was so nice about it. We can't complain about it. Like it's odd how well that works.
Any more?
Well, check it out. We're coming up. We're a little over. We're a little over an hour and a half, and we're coming up at 11:30 ish. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and just start calling it and whatnot. What do you got going on here, Stacy Gardner? What do you have going on, brother? Like, you got some certain games you're playing? You got some video coming out? What do you want people to know?
I got next episode of Ultra Street Fighter 4 ready to go. I'm not going to mention the character. If anybody wants to find out, they can come by tomorrow morning and see it. I do also have the next episode of Fairy Tail RPG ready to go, and I do have another 2 streams to do this Sunday. Another episode of Rogue Galaxy and a new game that just came out this week, Digimon Story Time Stranger, in case anybody's interested.
Right on. It seems like you're playing a kind of, I want to say, more old school games and whatnot lately.
Rogue Galaxy, Rogue Galaxy and Street Fighter, like Ultra Street Fighter 4 would be the more retro games nowadays, but Fairy Tail's RPG and Digimon Time Stranger are basically not too old.
Are those newer ones? Like, I'm not familiar with those titles.
Yeah, they're newer ones. Like, the Fairy Tail game is based off the anime, which is like, if you like shonens like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, then you might like Fairy Tail if given a chance. And
is the Fairy Tail based off like the anime Fairy Tail?
Yeah. Oh, but you actually do get to control the wizards.
Okay.
Digimon Time Stranger, that's a new game that just came out yesterday or today at your time.
Right on. Well, if you guys are interested, go check out Stacey Gardner. You've probably seen him in other chats, not just live here on my stream. He is in a bunch of chats. He also obviously has his own channel. Go check out, I believe it's just at Stacey Gardner. That's the at Stacey Gardner. Go check that out. Obviously does a bunch of gaming streams that has some Digimon and Fairy Tail stuff coming up, and go check that out. And thank you guys for showing up in general. I mean, I didn't know it was going to happen. I felt bad about posting one and not doing one, and I want to just do one on the fly. Let's see what happened. And thank you all for showing up, all the people who did. And there you go, Andrew Wardna with the subscribe to Stacey Gardner. Dude, Andrew Wardna, I didn't even know you were still here, dude.
Thank you very much.
I figured he was just like, oh man, this guy's drunk. Yeah, I'm going to dip. Fuck this guy. But no, he's still here. Thank you, Andrew Wardna. You're fucking amazing. You're awesome. He probably has like 8 different streams going on. He's like, I'm modding. He's like the ultra mod all the time. No, thank you for thank everybody for showing up and hanging out. And yeah, tomorrow at 3 p.m. PST, we'll be doing a regular side cast with whoever's down to show up, like I normally do. And then yeah, I'll actually have topics and stuff. Like, this was just to shoot the shit and have fun. And I felt like I shot the shit and had fun. Hopefully Stacey Gardner did too as well. And hell yeah. So I could say,
yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. With that being
I don't have a
said,
time extreme. I don't have a time on when I'm going to upload it. I'll probably upload it as soon as I wake up, just so that way I can try and get it out there. As far as like my streams, I do stream at the very least sometime between 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday.
well, there you go. So, well, that's his times with that stuff. I mean, I need to learn my streamer friends better. I'm so terrible at this. Oh God, what am I ever gonna do? With that being said, we're out of here. You guys have a good night, and I don't know, enjoy this random song I made one time, and I keep using it for my outro. Peace out. Bye.
Later.
Whiskey lead a wandering soul to heaven's watering hole. I'll drink to forget a memory. what's your favorite sin? She could have killed me with that smile. Said it's lost with the touch of rare. But I'm a glutton for love, so let's just dance. Next thing I know, we were burning up that dance floor. I didn't know what I was in for. Well, I might be an open sinner, but I know I'm no false saint. That wicked little angels got me praying for some faith. $151 and a touch of fun got her going wild. Stain on my lips after just a sip, it's just her style.